everybody. I'm author R.G. Long, and welcome to an episode of I Missed Out. And I don't know about you, but I missed out on anime. Like, anime is a thing. Like, it's not just like a little thing. Like, it's a big thing. And I've got a lot of friends who are absolutely into anime. Now, if you're unfamiliar with what anime is, it's Japanese, Chinese animation, right? Animation. You would probably just call it cartoons and be correct, but like you'd get a lot of heat for just calling it cartoons. Because there's definitely a lot more to anime than that. Like, if you're looking for stories that are like involved and big and usually deal with really deep stuff, like, look no further than anime. And I gotta tell you, I feel like there's a part of me that knows I should have like watched more anime, or maybe should watch more anime right now. But to be completely honest, I'm a terrible TV watcher. Like, I'm awful at it. Like, if I'm going to sit down in front of a TV, more than likely it's going to be to play some video games and to hang out that way. And anime is super interesting to me, but it's also super long. We'll get to that in a second. The animes that I watched when I was growing up was Dragon Ball Z and another one. And these, it's because they were on when I would get home from school. So I would come home, I would get home from school, I would sit down and after with my snack and turn on the TV. And the thing that I wanted to watch was Cartoon Network. And normally what would happen is I would watch Cartoon Network and get a show or two in, and then Dragon Ball Z would pop up. And be like, well, I'm already sitting here. I might as well watch it a little bit. I was hooked. It was really, really fun. And all of the anime tropes that you might be familiar with, if you are familiar with the genre, definitely happen. There would be a battle scene that would take 4 or 5 days worth of watching to get to the really big part of it. Right? It would just be so long and drawn out, but also it would be really interesting. The problem is I don't know most of these characters here. I know Goku. He's a guy. And then there's another one called Piccolo. That's this one. That's it. Vegeta. I know this guy. He's Vegeta, who was bad guy turned bad. I don't know. There's a lot that's going on here, right? And there's a lot of story, a lot of backstory. And I remember when I was in high school, a friend did a presentation on Dragon Ball Z. And I remember when she did the presentation, part of it was where the show goes. And I realized that what I was watching was years behind where the show was now. And I was like, oh no, I can't keep up. There's no way I'm going to make it. And so I gave up on that one. And then my taste got a little bit more refined, and I started watching Cowboy Bebop. Which I got to tell you, if you've never listened to the introduction to this anime, just go on Spotify or whatever and do Cowboy Bebop Tank. And it's got an exclamation point at it. Tank. That's a jam, man. That's a lot of fun. And I just remember it was late at night watching, again, Cartoon Network, because I was, really mature as a high school student. And just hearing the introduction music and just being this is fun. I like this. Cowboy Bebop was one of those shows where it didn't go on as long as Dragon Ball Z, so I was actually able to catch most of it. Did not see every episode. I was not committed to it, but I definitely watched it and kind of could pick up where I missed off. And so I went from the beginning of the series and how we picked up everybody that you see here on the screen to the very end, the last 2 episodes of this anime are just compelling storytelling. Really, really cool. And so there's a part of me that's like, yeah, I know anime. In fact, anime now it's gotten a little mainstream, right? With The Last Airbender and some other really great episodes, shows, things that are going on. It's fantastic. It's really, really cool to see this art form like showing up and being really like accepted rather than just relegated to like the weirder parts of the internet. But some really, really neat stuff that you can go and listen and watch. And there's a lot of it. I know that there is a website. It's called Crunchyroll, which sounds hilarious, but it's like a Netflix for anime. You just go and you just watch anime. It's on there, and yeah, I've searched enough to know that website exists, but I have not searched enough to like pay for it or go searching for like my new favorite show, because there's no way I could catch up. If I were to do anime again, like I would probably just watch Cowboy Bebop again, because it A, was so good, and B, I'm familiar with it, so it doesn't give me anxiety. I might watch Gundam, because there were some cool episodes of Gundam. Didn't catch it as much as I caught the other two, but I definitely remember watching some Gundam, and I know there's a lot of them. Like, there's a ton. Again, because there's a lot. And it was super cool, but I didn't get to watch it all, so I kind of missed out on it. It all looks really cool. Like, it all looks phenomenal, but there's just no way I would be able to catch up on it. And it seems like overwhelming to me at this point to think like I would be able to catch up with like the big stuff, because I remember watching a TikTok where this one lady was explaining that like all of her followers were saying you have to watch One Punch, which is an anime show, and I think I'm saying it right, but like she wrote it down like on the spreadsheet, and she said, okay, if I was to catch up just to watch everything as to where we are right now, she's like, it would take me 4 months of nothing but eating, sleeping, and watching the show. Like that, and that's it. 4 months of eating, sleeping, and watching One Punch. I mean, so if you're like needing some content, like you want to go watch something, maybe you should go watch some anime, because there's a lot of it out there, and you might find a show that you like. Do you watch anime? Like, do you like it? If you do, tell me your favorite show in the bottom. I'll Wikipedia it. It's what I do with lots of things. I understand that like I don't have a lot of time to watch things, so I'll like go on Wiki and be like, oh yeah, this does sound exciting, and that's how it ends. Great, I feel fulfilled. So if you think that there's an anime that I would enjoy, I would love to hear from you. Put it down in the comments. As you're scrolling past the description, check out my books and stuff. I've written a lot. It's okay, not a ton. You can catch up. I like how I'm saying I could nowhere possibly catch up with animated shows, but I'm telling you to catch up with a 15-book series. There's some irony there, right? Like that's an ironic thing. Are we feeling that? I'm feeling that. Hey, thanks so much for watching. Thanks so much for hanging out and enjoying what's going on here at RG Long, and Acceptably Epic. Again, would love to hear about what your favorite anime is. Let me know. Tell me in the show. Tell me down in the comments. Would love to hear about it. Do me a favor, like and subscribe. Do the internet things. And as always, enjoy the journey.